Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another crypto video. And my question of today is, what is your number one favorite crypto? Let me know in the comment section down below. And oh yeah, we're giving away $50 worth of crypto if this video can get to 1,500 likes within 24 hours. And there's just 3 requirements. Make sure you press the like button, make sure you are subscribed, and make sure you comment something down below. Starting it off, I just saw this on Whale Alert's Twitter. 3 huge Ethereum transactions, 220,000, 33,000, and 39,000, a combined 500 and something million dollars were just transferred from unknown to unknown. And I already know a lot of people are wondering, Dusty, what is going on and what does this mean? Well, I just want to tell you guys, if there's ever a huge transaction between an unknown and an unknown, you're most likely never going to find out what was going on. We don't know who sent it nor who received it, as most often it's already put right there. Very sometimes you can actually see it by pressing the transaction itself, but most of the time you can't. However, in this case here, if it's not anything to do with an exchange, we often assume that this is just a transfer from a company to a company, or within a company, a huge transfer, basically saying that they're moving their wallets or they're moving their funds internally, basically. That's what often is happening. But for example, from a huge institutional investor, yet it could also be Grayscale doing this. We don't really know. It could be a Binance doing this. We don't really know, as they could be operating from wallets that we do not know about. Then, talking about Binance, I want to quickly tell you guys about the Flare airdrop, as there are some misconceptions here that you need to know about if you have your XRP on Binance.us. So this one, please guys, is very, very important. However, before we get into it, I want to quickly know, right, what can I do to improve these videos? If you have anything which I can improve upon, please let me know in the comment section down below. I'm trying to make these things as easy and as comfortable for you guys as I possibly can. But, you know, think about it like a family business, all right? Just you guys help me out so I can hopefully make this better for you. And all feedback is appreciated. I try to read everything, so please, guys. Now, claiming FLR. If you held XRP at the time of the snapshot 12/12/2020 on a participating exchange, you do not have to claim. The exchange will go through this process for you. Claiming is a process for those who custody XRP themselves. So what this is referring to, since a lot of people do not know, is the FLR airdrop, right? There was a snapshot, which basically meant if you held XRP at this date, you are eligible to get some free FLR just given to you for free. It's crazy, but that's the way it went. Now, if you had your XRP in a wallet like the Ledger, of which a link is down below, which I personally use, you had to go through a couple of steps to claim your FLR, which, by the way, is not out yet. We'll talk about that in just a second. However, if you have your money on a Binance or on another exchange, you most likely will just get it without really putting in any effort. And Flare Community, this account here, assumed that that was true for all exchanges. But however, we just found out that that is not the case. Binance US has said this is not true. Binance US users who want to participate need to provide a wallet address to claim, as we do not list the participating tokens, which I didn't even know about, but because I don't think I don't use Binance US, so maybe that is why. Flare Community says maybe there is some ambiguity from what we refer to as the claim process. As Binance US owned the XRP wallet for eligible participants, they will have to claim FLR, as it is only Binance US who has access to the XRP private keys for that wallet, right? So if I'm not mistaken, Binance US is claiming the FLR and then redistributing to their users who have to go through a separate claim process. Is that correct? Question mark. Well, Binance US says not true. Users that held XRP on Binance.us need to claim their snapshot by providing their Binance US email address, user ID, and a Flare supported wallet address to claim their snapshot. And there's a link here on Binance.us for everything you need to know, all right? But in simple terms, they will not be supporting Flare, or they'd have a wallet for you, which basically means they're not going to do anything regarding this, because what I personally think, Flare is not properly regulated, and Binance US wants to keep themselves really in the safe spot here, and I think they're afraid of a couple of things. So what they're doing is they're just making sure you can get your tokens, but they do not want to be directly involved. So they just have set up a way where you can send them where they have to send you your tokens, but they won't do anything internally, basically, or keep them internally. So if you want them, go through this process, guys. This, once more, is only for Binance.us as far as I know of. Most exchanges will just give it to you in your wallet over there. And if anything changes, or if you guys know anything else, just let us know in the comment section down below, because, well, things change and things happen. It's very good to update yourself so you know what you're up against. And by the way, I've already made a couple of guides, but I might make another one really quickly here for everybody who has not claimed their XRP from Ledger and who still wishes to do so. And maybe even one more video just explaining exactly how you can get this free money and who deserves the free money. I know it's very simple for most, but I get so many questions. Like one I just got was, Dusty, you show Flare in your videos all the time. For example, I was talking about how Flare hit about $1 something in a video yesterday, and I checked, it even hit about $1.80 something, 87 here, which is ridiculously crazy, or 88. But then, no, 87.9. A lot of people are asking, Dusty, you're showing me all of this, which is nice, but, you know, you are showing this. I can't see it. So you're lying to me, or what's going on? Or how do I get my Flare on Binance, you stupid fat? I don't know. People call me names all the time. It's it's interesting. Yet, if you are wondering, Flare is only out on Geodis and bitrue because they issued IOUs, which means they do not have the real Flare just quite yet. You don't have it. I don't have it. Nobody has it. And there are only 2 exchanges which have made a kind of a Flare lookalike. And what that means, once more, is that they just, as an exchange, decided to already give you your Flare up front, even though the real Flare, the whole network of it, is not something that exists just quite yet, as they are building, mostly actually testing it right now, all right? It will most likely be live in about, let's say, 2 months or so, from which point you'll get about 15% of your total FLR, and then monthly you'll get between 2 and 4%. I'm still hoping that we can get ridiculously rich off of it, and that some people with just a little bit of XRP can still make a ton of freaking money, but it's not a certainty, it's not a thing I can predict or know, because in my opinion, following logical economics, supply and demand, right, they have to meet up at one point or another. Right now, bitrue is a pretty XRP-centric exchange. And by the way, I use bitrue quite a lot, but mostly for coins like Flare, which you can't get in other places. And there's a couple other ones every now and then. However, they have a couple of issues regarding the support, but it's a pretty cool exchange, by the way. Damn, what was I saying now? So, you sometimes have the freaking brain farts, man. Trust me, when you're watching this, it all looks so easy. Like, Dusty, what's going on here? You were talking about it 5 seconds ago. It's so simple. But when you're actually recording this type of stuff, it becomes so much more difficult because you're trying to think of everything, right? But what I was kind of wanting to get to, basically, with my whole story was that what I kind of think is, on bitrue right now, the price is pretty high for Flare. It's about $1.40 or something like that, mostly on the idea that there's only a little bit of Flare around here. I don't know exactly how much, but it basically means that here is only the 15% of the total Flare that's going to be given out on bitrue, of course, but also only 50% of those out of everything. I should explain that differently. Look, if Binance and every other exchange were to all of a sudden also support the Flare drop, then all of a sudden the amount of Flare in circulation would go from, let's say, 1 million to 50, I don't know, 40 billion, pick something, right? And all of a sudden, one coin is worth a lot less because the supply is a lot more. And you might say, Dusty, but demand will go up as well. Well, yeah, but the amount of people just bluntly selling it like crazy because it's something free will also be ridiculously high. And you might say, Dusty, utility this, utility that. Yeah, but that might, first of all, take a lot of time. And second of all, we're not sure how people will react to it because it's going to be 15% first and then 2 to 4% every month, which basically means that some of these big guys with a billion XRP or so will get some free refills of money every month or so, which they might just sell because why not, right? They might just think about it in the way that I think a lot of people should, which is like, I don't care about the project. Let me just get some free money real quick and buy myself more XRP or buy myself some more of this other coin that I like. So be a little bit cautious with that. This price might be very much inflated just because there's not too much out there. And I'm just putting up a little quick warning for it. Then veteran investor Mark Mobius says the market could face a major correction if Bitcoin prices crash. Mark Mobius told CNBC the market could face a major correction if Bitcoin prices crash. The Mobius Capital Partners founder said Bitcoin's rally could be a force behind the recent gains in other assets like stocks. He said investors who have made large gains off crypto are now putting money and even gambling in other assets. He has a certain point, right? However, I would like to say we are still early into crypto, so people who take money out of crypto and take it all out and be done with it already might already be making some very grave mistakes, but we'll just see, all right? I also think that a lot of these guys who are taking money out of crypto just want to diversify for longer term holds, yet the question can kind of pop up. Why are they taking it out of crypto if we all know that the market hasn't really matured just quite yet? It's still pretty damn early. It would most likely only be because they want some more solid things, which means if they put it into the freaking markets, they're not going to take it out as quickly because they want something a little bit less volatile. They want something a little bit more steady for longer term, where crypto, they might be confused whether or not it's really a bubble, basically. So I kind of disagree from that perspective as well. Even though you could kind of say that crypto holders are a little bit more like, okay, I'll just quickly put it in, take it out, than longer term stockholders. But that's, again, another way off. I mean, there's short-term stock traders, there's short-term crypto traders, there's long-term stockholders, there's long-term crypto holders. So is that really a thing? No. And is the fact that crypto holders are just looking for a quick buck more so true than people holding stocks? Not necessarily so either. So yeah, from that perspective, it doesn't really make too much sense. Little side note, guys, go check out GSX. This is the first gold-backed crypto. Right now, it is 10 cents a coin, plus a 7% bonus, plus a 5% bonus for using my link. And man, I've been asking them so many questions because you guys also keep asking me. But if you have any, just join the Discord and come ask around, because what I've just seen here is one more video from the founder, a couple of videos from the mines themselves. Things look legit in my opinion. And why would I lie? All right, where's the point here? All I'm saying is I put a couple $1,000s in because I'm hoping that this coin can go from about 10 cents to $1, maybe $2 in a short span of time, because it's the first of its kind. And a lot of you guys are saying, man, it looks not real. It looks not. Okay, don't buy into it. I can sometimes, or from some perspective, see what people are saying, like, oh, it's not the best looking thing, or it looks too good to be true. Might be, all right? There's still a chance of that. But the assurances which they've given me now, which whenever I look, every kind of question I have to have a good rebuttal. There's Q&As, or what can you call them? Ask me anything sessions. They're just answers to everything. I don't know, guys. I'm just thinking, what if this is just something that's really, really good and we get a good opportunity for it? So once more, I'm just trying it out. People are getting angry at me for talking about it, but man, I like it. It's a personal thing. I personally like it. That's that. If it goes bad, okay, I lost, right? But I'm hoping it's going to go good, and that's why I'm putting a little bit more money into it, because the first gold-backed crypto, what if it just pops off? But whatever, I will receive hate for that stuff regardless, but it's okay. Then, so far, 90 million US households have received stimulus checks from the IRS. The reason I'm showing this one is because of this tweet. The tweet reads, from Peter Schiff: the Fed's statement isn't dovish enough to satisfy the markets. The Fed needs to show its cards and commit to expanding the size of its asset purchase program to artificially cap long-term interest rates. It should be obvious what it's holding, but investors want to see the cards. And I still think that this is all quite interesting. The fact that the whole economy is actually breaking right now, yet people don't really seem to understand it just quite yet. And I would have actually also predicted Bitcoin to do even better now that the whole how do you say multiple stimulus? Maybe just stimulus. Multiple stimuluses. I'm not a native English speaker. That's a nice freaking word. Stimuluses. Let's go for that. I'll just call it stimulus. I think people might call me a little bit less dumb than if I try it that way. Stimuluses, yeah. But there's so much money being pumped in right now. And I saw a couple of guys over on Twitter already stated here that the American folk, mostly, the people with the US dollar, are all unaware of what the longer term consequences are going to be. And there's a couple of ways in which they can actually fix this for a medium term. Yet they're not doing their best efforts to actually attempt that, nor are they putting enough assurances out. Are they making enough assurances? Well, from the real fundamentals of things, yes, they are. But are they really putting them out and showing us? I'm going to say no. And the general public is not aware that it's this bad. Yet the general public is also not aware that some of the things are or will be mitigated. So to kind of explain that a little bit better, the amount of money being pumped in is insane. The amount of measures they're taking to not let it have a great impact is also insane. Yet I believe the first one, so the amount of stimulus that's coming in, is a lot greater than all the measurements they're taking, which is of course going to be kind of an easer. They're going to try to ease this whole blow, but I personally think that people should not overlook this and understand that it might be a smart idea to get some money out of the dollar. And I'm kind of a hypocrite because I still have a lot of USDT, and I should also switch that to euro as soon as I actually could, just because I think this will only keep getting worse. But I guess it's the way that people go about it, right? I don't have $150 million like some of these guys, so I'm not that worried, but yeah. Then $288,000 Bitcoin by December. Bitcoin would not stop at $100,000, says stock to flow creator. The Bitcoin bull run of 2021 has at least some months left to go, says Plan B, amid impatience as Bitcoin to USD hovers below recent highs. Man, I don't really understand how people are this worried. We all know the process. We all know if you own, for example, a Bitcoin or so, you're eventually, in my opinion, going to become a millionaire. Right? Literally, if you have 2-3 Bitcoins, the chance of becoming a millionaire is, in my opinion, 99%. And if you have, I'm going to say just a handful or a batch full of alts, the chances of becoming a millionaire, if you aren't already, are ridiculously high. And people are always scared saying, oh, I don't think it's going to go any further. Was this the end of things? Blah, blah, blah. Wait it out. Go with the process. It will always come back around. And I've been quite active on Twitter recently here. I've actually done that on purpose just because I think I kind of owe it to a lot of you guys to just put in a little bit more of my real opinion on these matters and a couple more words of encouragement. For example, you can see it right here. I'm so proud of you guys for being crypto holders. We're still in early. Keep saying it. I keep saying it as well in these videos. We are still ridiculously early. So if you're thinking, oh, I didn't get enough crypto, doesn't matter. You're still early into this all. And a fun fact is every week I look back and think, oh, if only I would have bought a week ago or so, I would have already made that much money, or I would have already this or already that. We're going to always keep that. I'm going to always keep that. And even during a bear market, yeah, you'll always be thinking like, oh, if only I entered crypto 6 months earlier, might have not lost money, or it might have lost more money, whatever. But at least you would have been in crypto 6 months earlier, which can still change a lot. You can still do a ton in that amount of time. And I'm also thinking about making some more videos about staking, just basically passive income in crypto. I'm still thinking about doing that. For right now, though, if you were wondering, a link to Binance is down below. I'm mostly using that for staking. And I just saw this article I thought I should quickly share. Coinbase valuation pegged at $68 billion ahead of landmark US listing. Yeah. I'm not really going to do too much with this information. I just thought it was interesting to quickly share that number. And that is basically that. Thank you guys all for watching this video. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you press the like button and subscribe. And I'll definitely see you guys again in another crypto video. Take care, everybody.